We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. It's the end of a string of away games for the Hawks as they look forward to returning home after this one.
You know, like you were saying, the trade has the team buzzing. I mean, they're on fire. You can already see it in the warm-up, how loose and confident they look out there.
You know, and also gives players a huge boost knowing that the guys running this team, the owner, the front office, they also are committed to winning. And so that, in and of itself, I believe, gives a player far more confidence to go out.
LeBron James. Gallinari is out there with Howard. Then there's Allen. And it's Rubio in at the point. Just 3 to shoot. Howard. Rebound by the Magic. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And across the board in that game, guys, they shot the lights out.
Rarely do you see a team shoot like that from everybody. I mean, they were getting scoring from every position all over the court.
And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team he liked playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category, and I think to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent, and I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
Now, here's Clarkson. Following the miss by Tony Allen. Adams' shot is off. Allen passes to Rubio. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It goes on Kenneth Faried. The Hawks shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And so Ricky Rubio nails both of them. Look, one thing about the Hawks last year is they were very strong on the road, as you could have guessed.
Yeah, but Kevin, they struggled a little bit down the stretch on the road, but still managed to have the best road record in the East.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Scott Skiles. Doris?
They are going up against arguably the toughest center the NBA has to offer in Dwight Howard. One problem that Howard poses is his ability to send shots away on the defensive end. He told his players to be fearless and not think twice about taking shots, saying, a lot of the D Howard plays is mental. He just has shooters second-guessing. He might have them third-guessing, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
And how about that road record for the Hawks? 25-16 last season. 9 of those wins came during that 19-game winning streak in early 2015.
And Rubio kicks to LeBron. Kicks it out to Rubio. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Rubio's got 5 now.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the lead appears to be heading north, if you will.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Boy, you look at the Hawks, and they seem to be built to play on the road because they can survive a player having an off game. They're so deep and versatile. Team basketball is a lot less prone to go cold when you're on the road.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Orlando. Payton comes in for Clarkson.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Rubio dishes to Sanders. There's Green with the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical, dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Here's Rubio. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Rubio's got 7 points in the game.
Defensively, you have to take something away.
Harden gets the bucket.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Rubio. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so the first quarter is in the books. Hawks on top, up by 8. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back in a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18? That's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp. Not much stagnation at all on offense.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Jamari Carroll is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Green. Then there's Calderon. And it's Sanders in at the 5, down low. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
So he gets them both. The Amway Center here in Orlando didn't see a lot of wins last season. Magic really struggled at times. Surprisingly, Greg, in this building.
Yeah, a young team still haven't yet established their identity. Only 13 wins at home. And really that inability to defend that home court is why they fell out of the playoff hunt early. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Pass with a screen for Harden. Harden draws the double from the arc. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, what's a bit alarming for the Magic at home is that it was a step back from the previous season. I mean, for a team that's supposed to be young and improving, they shouldn't be getting worse at home year to year.
There's Green with the 3, and that comes off the assist by Calderon. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Now here's Bass. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Payton. That doesn't go either for Payton. Atlanta leading by 8. Here's Carroll. And Roberson pulls it down.
And a big problem for the Magic at home was that they just didn't protect the rim. I mean, they would end with the second worst home field goal percentage against.
Jared Dudley's checked in for James Harden. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Howard's checked in for James. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Payton against Calderon. 6 to shoot. Payton drives in, and he gets it to go.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Down low. Green kicks to Howard. No good on the 3.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Magic. Fareed comes in for Brandon Bass. Atlanta also making some changes here. Alinari, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Allen comes in for Green. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Jose Calderon.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Payton, but it came along very strong.
Yeah, it looked really good for the Magic down the stretch. Even recorded his first triple-double. I think there will be more.
Just to the NBA speed, and it just took him a little bit of time.
Here's Payton after the basket by Atlanta. Poke loose. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Rubio gets it to go on the assist from Sanders. And that's now 9 points here for Ricky Rubio. The pass to Dudley. He dishes it to Fareed. Out left to the wing. Roberson the pass to Cauley Stein. And Dudley kicks to Peyton. Clock at 6. They set the pick. And it's sent back by Howard. It'll count. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so that's the end of the first half. Hawks lead by 10. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Ricky, what does it say about this team to have such great productivity from the bench, and what does it do for you guys as a unit?
It's amazing. That means like we have a deep bench, and then a lot of work from the staff, from the everybody of the team, like doing extra work and winning games.
Well done, Ricky. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Atlanta was looking great right away. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. They were hot as the first quarter came to a close, making all 5 of their last 5 shots of the period. In the second quarter, they faced a much tougher challenge, but they intensified their efforts and pulled further ahead, finishing 10 points up at the half. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
The field goal percentage was off the Chisnarts, Ernie. Let me rewind it. The field goal percentage was off the charts, Ernie. It was well planned, well executed. They took very few bad shots, and that needs to be the focus from here on out. More smart basketball, don't try to do too much, and open the door for a comeback.
And over to Kenny. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. Ricky Rubio has been sensational.
Yeah, how about that first half? He's already scored more points than he averages on the season.
Yeah, he's on pace for a monster game. It's too bad he can't score like this every night.
They've got Adams. Clarkson is out there with Harden. Then there's Jared Dudley, and it's Fareed in at the power forward. So that's who Scott Skiles starts the second half with. Kicks it to Clarkson. Here's the screen. A shot by Harden. Wide open. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Harden's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Orlando. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. It's Harden with the drive. He used that pick to get in close. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Fareed, a screen on Rubio. Clarkson with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. The three from Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. The Hawks leading by 6. Down low. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 11 points. The Hawks offense was a thing of beauty at times to watch last year. They really came together. They epitomized that turn team so well.
You hit it right on the head. I mean, they knew how to find the open man. The ball always ended up in the right spot, and so many of their shots came from assists, second in the league in that category.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Well, I tell you what, the Hawks were terrific in so many different ways last year offensively. They led the league in catch and shoot points per game. And when you watch video, that's what stands out.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Pass comes in for Fareed, and it's Luke Babbitt in for Jared Dudley. Damari Carroll's checked in for Atlanta. Green comes in for Allen. 1:32 left to play here in the third.
Hawks also led the league in catch and shoot threes per game last season. They have a roster of guys that can knock it down with space and really made the most of it.
You know, it's the third straight year now for the Magic where they finished at the bottom of the Southeast Division. I mean, there was some shuffling at the top, but the Magic still couldn't make up any ground on the rest of the division.
And Rubio kicks to Howard. Hawks passing it around. Carroll, no one around him. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Carroll's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. For the Orlando Magic, they were once the powerhouse of this Southeast Division. Took home 3 straight division titles, 08, 09, and 10.
And Kevin, that just goes to show how fortunes can change in the NBA. The Magic just can't get any momentum, it seems, and until they start building. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
And they've gone to him. He has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Clarkson dishes to Harden. Great D that time from Green.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's LeBron. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hawks ahead. They lead by 13. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Magic trail by 13. On the court right now for the Hawks. Calderon is out there with Tony Allen. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Sanders. And it's Gallinari in at the 4 slot.
You know, not many saw it coming last season with the Hawks. I mean, they just ran away with the Eastern Conference. It was the first time they took the East since 1994.
And with the Hawks and the East, they just dominated the rest of the division. 39 of the Hawks' 60 regular season wins came in conference.
Yeah, and across the board, the Hawks statistically just dominated all Eastern opponents. They shot it better, played better defense, took better care of the ball. They are set up to be a factor in this conference for a long time.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face. Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Calderon against Payton. The dish now to Robertson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That's his first foul. And Orlando has possession. Trailing by 13. Payton drives in. Fareed. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Sanders. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one. And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Blatch. Sanders covering. Blatch, no luck. We're talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. they paid a lot of attention to the body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
No good from Peyton.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Molinari wide open. No good on the triple. The Magic trail by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Hawks.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Rubio. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Peyton passes to Dudley. Screen by Fareed. And Adams kicks to Dudley. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 6. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 15. 51 seconds left in the fourth. Clock at 4. The Magic need to get a shot off here. The Magic again can't hit.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Carter. Rebound by the Magic. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Passes it to Roberson. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Clarkson. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
Calderon, that's good.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the post-game show.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Ricky Rubio. He's not always known to make the big headlines or get a lot of media attention, but he does make the big plays and he
opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSD.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Chicago.